Hello, my name is Abby, and today we'll be showing you how to bake chocolate chip cookies. As you can see, here are all the ingredients. This is what we call mise en place, where we have all the ingredients we need measured out and in front of us. The first thing you're going to add is the shortening. Now we add the butter to the shortening. Now we got all that butter in there, we are going to start creaming. So the reason you cream the butter and shortening together first is because they are both fats. Normally you would cream together the butter and sugar, but since they're two different kinds of sugars, you add those and then you mix together. Now that the creaming is done, we are going to now add the sugars. We'll add that sugar a little at a time as we mix it in. Next, we're going to add our egg with the vanilla that has already been added. Now we're going to mix together our dry ingredients in a separate bowl, everything except the chocolate chips. So we're going to add our 1.5 cups of flour. I think we might need a bigger bowl. And then we're going to add our baking soda and salt. And then when we add this to our dough, we are going to take it slowly because of all the flour. Now we're ready to fold in our chocolate chips. You're going to take the cup of chocolate chips, you measure it out, and add it to your dough, and you're going to use a spatula to mix them in, because you don't want to use a mixer because you don't want the chocolate chips to be destroyed. This was so hard that I had to go to a spoon. As you can see, the chocolate chips are well incorporated. Now we are going to dump this out onto the saran wrap and form it into a ball and wrap it up and let it rest in the fridge overnight. Okay, so our dough has rested overnight. We are going to unwrap it. It is hard, so we're going to let it warm up a little bit more. In the meantime, we have preheated our ovens to 375 degrees. We are getting a small amount of dough and rolling it into a ball and placing it on a cookie tray. You want to leave space because the cookies as they bake will grow. So we haven't greased these trays because there's a lot of fat in the dough already, because if you remember from when I made the dough yesterday, we added butter and shortening. So the dough already has a lot of fat on it. So I have made this into a ball. Now I'm going to put it on the tray. So now we have 2.5 dozen cookies. We're going to put them in the oven for 8 to 10 minutes. I'm going to check after 8 because you can always add time, but you can't take away time. Because you want them slightly underdone. Because the heat from the oven is going to go into the trays. The trays are going to be hot when they come out, so it will continue to cook the cookie. The cookies need another minute in the oven. So now we're going to let them sit on the tray for 1 to 2 minutes, and then we'll transfer them over here to the cooling rack for another 1 to 2 minutes, at least. So as you can see, I moved the cookies from the tray to the cooling rack. I'm going to plate them, and thank you for watching.